We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your dick's so hot!
Come on. It's so good. It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2024, and this is episode number 661 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Young Sheldon ends tonight.
And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
They missed a real opportunity with young Sheldon to have him be murdered at the end of that episode and to have the actual present day Sheldon or old Sheldon or whatever that Sheldon is referred to be a serial killer who stole the dead child's identity.
Hell yeah.
Or he's like, the multiverses are all the fucking rage right now. So they could have had, they could have killed young Sheldon. And that's when you realize that young Sheldon took place in an alternate universe that still has twin towers the whole time. We didn't know about it until now.
Oh,
Did you know that
could have
in
done
this
it.
in this Young Sheldon TV show, they
I'm going to stop you right there. No, I don't.
Yes, exactly. They do an origin story for why he says Bazinga.
Oh, that's not necessary.
Okay.
It was like a magic shop, like a prank store,
Yeah.
and just like the brand was called Bazinga. And he was like, "Oh, Bazinga. It's a gag." So he just says Bazinga now.
Ugh.
Somebody got paid to write that.
And that's
Maybe I'm pro AI after all.
I know nothing about young Sheldon that I did not learn against my will.
right. You're
But
saying
I do know that originally in modern day Sheldon, they had established that his father cheated on his mom and was
Yep.
an asshole.
Yep.
But then the actor they cast to play the father was like beloved by the TV audiences, and they were like, "Well, shit, what are we gonna do?" So they just had him fuck the mom in a wig.
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus action, and Bazinga
Wait,
thought
wait,
his
wait.
dad
Exactly.
cheated on his mom all these years.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this resentment he was carrying towards his father for cheating on his mom, it was just him banging the mom in a wig.
At the funeral, he's just like, "Fuck you, Dad! Can't believe you did that to Mom."
That's actually way worse, I think,
Yeah.
than having the dad just cheat on the mom.
Yeah.
Like, that's way worse.
His father
This guy-
died, and he still thinks that. To this day, as an
Yeah.
adult, he still thinks that his dad fucked around on his mom.
No, that's so much worse. That's so much worse. Oh,
Well,
that's fucking
When you're
nuts.
painted into a corner with 900 seasons of Big Bang Theory, and you're tasked to create a prequel of young Sheldon, some lines are going to be crossed.
That's so crazy.
Okay, so you are hired to make the next Sheldon show, do you go with old Sheldon or do you go younger Sheldon?
Like
Make
Muppet
like a
Babies with the
Rugrat.
Big Bang Kids.
Yeah, like a Muppet Babies, exactly.
I think you go Batman Beyond. You go old Sheldon training the new Big Bang
Oh,
Theory.
training a young
Yeah.
Sheldon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, old
Okay,
Sheldon and
I
some
like
other
it.
fucking nerd.
But future young Sheldon has to be a Latina female.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
Okay,
of woke.
yeah.
Because of
Right.
woke.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just the concept of
And
that
then
is
we
so
have
uncomfortable.
to make it a law. We have to make it a law that white guys have to watch that show. And that's part of the First Amendment, I'm pretty sure. I think it's right in there.
What if though, Mahoney? Do like all white guys? Because I've never seen
Yeah.
on purpose one episode
No.
of this fucking show. Because
Well,
I don't wanna.
No,
I
that's
don't want to
right.
watch any of it.
But Lee, that's because it didn't have a Latina lady in it. So
Mhm.
once they do that, as you know,
You're
it
forced.
then becomes your legal responsibility that you have to watch it, and even if you don't want to,
Against
even
your
if you
will,
don't
yeah.
like it.
The
Yeah,
entire
you're
supporting
forced.
cast could be Jennifer Lopez, circa 1992, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna still pass on that one. Sheldon and a bunch of fly girls. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Quite all right. Fucking hell.
Apparently,
That is
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck aren't working out this time.
Oh.
Yeah, Ben Affleck came out of his manic episode and he's back to depressed.
From what I understand, which granted is not anything personal, but I feel like Jennifer Lopez is a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. People
like
do not
she's
say
a
nice
lot.
things about her.
Nobody says nice
Mm-mm,
things about
mm-mm.
her. Like
No.
none.
Oh, also,
Just Ben Affleck.
she fucking hid a gun for P. Diddy.
Oh my god, that I did not know. I didn't hear that part.
All this stuff with P. Diddy going around. And I hate to say it because I know Tito is one of the biggest Notorious B.I.G. fans. But it's like, B.I.G. had to be involved in some of this shit. He fucking rapped about some of this stuff. Abuse and
I mean, yeah.
R-word and trafficking and all that. But he died soon enough to where he may not have gotten fully entrenched in the fucked up Hollywood sex cult.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
But
You
he
either
was
die
still-
a biggie or you live long enough to become a puffy.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't want to live long enough to become a Diddy.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for your Diddy turn.
Doesn't
No
it?
good.
Do you ever think about if, like, Kurt Cobain were alive today? Like, what kind of... How has
it'd
he
be
been
good.
canceled? He's been canceled 9 times since the 90s, probably. Or he's doing some, like, real sad comeback.
Oh, because, like, he seemed to be mostly just content to make his fucking music.
Oh, that reminds me of that video I shared with you guys.
I don't know that content is the word you can use to describe Kurt Cobain.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Did you guys watch
What?
that video I sent of the 2 dudes in the building supply store demonstrating how Kurt Cobain could have shot himself with a shotgun?
No, I don't think I did.
What?
Yeah.
I can't believe you
Yeah.
guys.
All right, guys.
I cannot believe
No,
you
I
guys.
saw it. Yeah. It's
Okay,
something
okay,
else.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna watch it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
It's titled Kurt Cobain 45 5 and an 8th could he have reached. So I guess this is an 8-year-old video, but they posted this, it seems, right after the evidence came out of what kind of gun he used. So these 2 fucking bros, dudes being dudes, are like, so okay, could he have committed suicide with this shotgun? Or wait, Maybe it's not a shotgun, it's a rifle. I'll let them do the talking.
We're going to do a simulation here on the shotgun. See if Kurt was able to pull the trigger on this. Thing's 45 inches and 5/8, just like the one on his gun. There's the choke. It's what's this? A Remington M11 20 gauge.
A+
shotgun.
quality too on this thing.
I got my buddy right here, my coworker.
And these guys are just at work.
Try to do this first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try. So we'll do it. We'll do it 3 ways. We'll see if he can do it standing up, which I don't think Kurt did it.
It's really cool they decided to do this on Bring Your Shotgun to Work Day.
So there's Brian, and he's 5'10", by the way. So let's see. There's the trigger.
Tip of the gun in his mouth.
You can touch the trigger. Okay, he could touch the trigger, and the tip of the gun wasn't in his mouth completely. Now let's see if he can do it. What? Sitting down? You want to try sitting down?
Wouldn't he have been sitting in like a chair though? Why would he be on the floor?
Inverted. The gun was the
I
other way.
believe, yeah, I think it was a chair, right?
Dude is filleting this shotgun on the floor of a building supply.
And
Still can do it.
but you got to put it in your mouth, right?
Yes.
Okay, now comes my favorite part of the video. We're a minute 16 in. This dude has already put this shotgun in his mouth twice.
First things first, you guys. This thing's not loaded. We already checked. Guns are dangerous.
First
Don't
things
play with
first.
them.
Empty.
First
Yeah,
things
see, it's-
first.
Third things first.
Second things
Yeah,
second.
it's empty, and we got this safety on it, and chamber's back.
Safety third, everybody.
Yeah. So you want to try on your back, and then I'll try the 3 different
Why
ways.
don't you just give it a try?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you stick the gun in your mouth now.
Yeah.
Ready? So this is it.
He's like, all right, now put it in your butt.
Oh hell yeah, throat goat.
Get it, oh, get in there.
Choke.
Yeah,
About 3
for real.
inches in my mouth. I'll go ahead and put it on the floor.
Do it like you mean it. Do it like Courtney loves watching.
Where's the barrel? The barrel's gone.
I got the trigger, so I was able to do it.
And laying down should be the same.
And laying down should be the same, so there you go.
Laying down?
It could have been done.
Who's shooting themselves in the head with a shotgun laying down? Ridiculous. I still think Courtney Love was involved.
Oh, good.
Imagine you just like, I just want to lay down, get comfy, put a hole in my head with a shotgun.
First things
You ever
first.
been laying down, taking a little siesta, and thought to yourself, I got too much head right now.
This would be a lot more comfortable if half my head was missing.
Just
You
a
know,
little off the top.
people say I'm a genius. So what if I just atomize my brain and put it into the atmosphere? That way everybody can be a little bit of a genius.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, laying there,
Damn.
cozy as can be, thinking about how content he is. Boom.
Imagine you're their manager and you're just coming around the corner to tell them about their fucking days off or something. And you see him deep throating a shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Those guys probably don't work there anymore.
Or they own the place.
Yeah. It's their fucking name on the front of the building. Yeah.
And just
Even better.
imagine one of them has the newspaper open and says, "Huh, looks like police say Kurt Cobain killed himself with a 45 and 5/8 shotgun. Jimmy, how long's that shotgun you got in your truck?" "Oh, that's 45 and 5/8, boss. Bring that in here. Let's wrap our lips around it. See if we can myth bust this." That's what I want to see. Fucking Mythbusters doing this.
Oh my god. This is Adam Savage going to town on a shotgun.
Yeah, get Jamie and Adam Savage to deep throat a shotgun.
No. That's definitely one that they give to like the B team.
Aw. That's how they got Grant.
Ugh. Oh my god.
You gonna do that on an episode of Mythbusters Jr.
Yeah.
But it's a Nerf shotgun.
Taking Nerf rounds to the fucking dome. God damn.
It's a wild world.
It is a wild world. So, speaking of wild, we spoke quite a bit last week about the
hundreds of beavers.
Hundreds of beavers. I guess maybe it was a couple weeks ago then, I guess. Yeah, because last week was hundreds of beavers.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about just the ridiculous notion that is graduations and, you know, like a preschool graduation in particular, just being a fucking ludicrous notion. Boy, everyone in the Discord staunchly anti-graduation, and I'm here for it. Like, because it's a fucking dumb thing. Dumb fucking thing to do.
Real archaic tradition.
It's so dumb. So dumb, as Shorzy would say. But we had this graduation. I went to because I like being married. And so we were prepared to go to this fucking graduation. Yeah.
You don't always get a choice.
Yep, you don't always get a choice. And and I you don't always get a choice, but I do have, and I believe Mahoney, you would probably agree, you do have veto cards you can play.
Yes.
You got to be real selective about when you're going to play them, right? And and is the preschool graduation going to be the hill you're going to die on? No, it's fine. Whatever, right?
Okay, counterpoint. If I'm your wife, I think to myself, you know what?
Go on.
Maybe I just let him stay at home because he's not going to be chill about this at all. And no one would notice that you weren't there. No offense.
No one would notice that I wasn't there. No one. None whatsoever. And I'll tell you right now, there were definitely a couple of times she wished she kept me at home.
That's the risk you take.
1,000%. There's a couple of times that she would have been much happier were I not in that building. Because we go to my sister-in-law's house to meet up, to take pictures and shit like that, like it's a real graduation. And we get the address, we punch in the address, and we roll up to a really teeny tiny little Baptist church in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because here's the thing. Around these parts, and I can't speak to everywhere, but around these parts, a lot of your private, like daycare / preschools are basically Christian indoctrination centers. And I was very cognizant of that, when my kids were little and, had the luxury of choice and were able to kind of, not do that because, I don't want to do that. My sister-in-law, they're moving from out of state. Everybody had these long ass, backlogs and wait lists or whatever. So she kind of had no choice but to take, the first chance that she got. She was like, all right, this will work. And I don't think she had any idea the level of indoctrination these kids were getting. I certainly didn't know because I'd never seen it firsthand. But guys,
that's why they have to do a pre-K graduation so that they could all demonstrate their snake handling skills.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's a preschool graduation at a church, which is inside out. The graduation itself is inside out themed, as in Pixar's Inside Out.
Pixar's 10-year-old film Inside Out.
Yes.
It's Inside Out themed, aka feelings.
Yes. But specifically, like Inside Out, they had like a little
is feeling.
Yes. Which at one point the lady gives her speech about graduation, even though they're small children, and how like, and then she does the callback to Inside Out, whatever, and like the thesis of her whatever she's saying is that like it's cool, you can always be happy. And I'm like, oh well, you missed the point of the movie entirely.
Yeah.
Like the thesis of Inside Out is the opposite of what you just said, but I digress.
Okay, quick pitch for Pixar. Inside Out, but it's a religious version, and it's all the 7 deadly sins. So it's characters of all the 7 deadly sins working together.
I'd be into that.
Can you
I think that's just VeggieTales.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what VeggieTales is.
I bet that would be a great time, but I feel like the world would reject that so fast.
Oh, yeah. It would have to be a parody.
So we roll in, and the kids come in, and there are 13 children.
What? 13?
13 kids. 13 kids at this graduation.
Who's leading this graduation? The school marm?
She basically was a school marm. 13 kids, and I kind of make the joke and lean over to Zoe, and I'm like, 13 kids, I bet this shit still takes an hour. And just real quick cut to the end, it took 75 minutes. This fucking ceremony, it was 75 minutes, and there were 13 fucking kids.
Who is this for?
So we get up,
it's for
all the kids
school,
come in.
Usually.
And they're like, now we're going to stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance. And so one of the kids comes up. Now, 2 of the kids come up, and they hold up like a little flag on a stick, like not like a prop, there's like a little wavy hand, like a little tiny American flag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't do this. It's
the American flag with Rambo Trump on it.
Yeah. Okay, I don't fuck with the Pledge of Allegiance, but so I'm sitting there doing my thing, and Nicole's like, fucking get up. And so I stand there, just doing my thing. And then we go to sit down. And then, as everyone's kind of like about to sit down, the lady says, and now, the pledge to the Christian flag. And I'm like, wait, what? And then those 2 kids leave.
Literally never heard of this until you told me about it.
Never heard of this.
They hate they hate the black national anthem, but apparently there's a Christian flag.
There's a Christian flag. And my religious mother-in-law, after this is over, was like, that was some wild shit. I've never heard of a Christian flag. She's like, are you like what? So these 2 kids leave, 2 more kids come up with a little, tiny little Christian flag. And I'm like, I'm shell shocked. I'm like, is this fucking for real? And they start no bullshit with the same cadence of like the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm just like, I'm looking around like it's like I'm expecting, like it's a hidden camera show. This can't be fucking real.
Yeah.
And then we get to one Savior crucified, and I don't know the rest of it because that's when my brain shut down for a second. Like I think I had a tiny stroke, and I fell to my seat, and I almost passed out trying to stifle the laughs coming out of me because come on, man, like what are you fuck you doing?
Did they still leave Under God in there?
I don't know. I blacked. I missed it. I don't know.
Under him.
I just remember. What? Wait, maybe you can find it. Hang on. I wonder if you can find it online. Let's see.
Find what? The Christian pledge or the Christian flag?
Yeah. I know we can find the flag, but I wonder if you can find.
I'm flying the Christian flag right now on the screen share. Looking like something from the fucking Crusades.
Fucking insane.
From the Crusades.
So, oh yeah, and the last thing was about not sitting, like oh, here we go. Pledge allegiance to the Christian flag and to the Savior for those whose kingdom it stands. One brotherhood, uniting all Christians in service and love. This one doesn't have the line about crucifying, but it does say, "A lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Its words will I hide in my heart that I might not sin against God." That's a wordy fucking pledge.
And these kids memorize that? They deserve a graduation for memorizing that shit.
Right? So I collapsed. Zoe does not take my collapse well. She also begins to have a hyperventilating moment trying to keep her shit together. And this, I think, was the first time my wife wished I wasn't there.
And you're like, I made a good decision coming here.
And I've almost got my shit together, right? Like I've almost got it, and I kind of, I got this. I'm wiping sweat off my brow, trying to get my shit together, and then this lady's like, "And now we'll pledge allegiance to the Bible."
Oh yeah.
Seems a little redundant after you just
That's
pledged to
not
the
real.
Christian flag. No,
That's
she goes,
not
"Now
real.
go pledge to the Bible," and I couldn't stop it. I went, "Are you serious?" Like a third pledge? Like, and that's when Nicole actively elbowed me. And what I did not know at the time was the large man in front of me apparently said towards me and under his breath towards his wife, "If you want to leave, you can leave." And I missed that because I was too busy having a second mini stroke.
You were like, "Sir, you are very much mistaken. I do want to leave. I cannot."
Yeah, and then not long after that, Nicole was like, "You got to keep your shit together because this man wants to fight you." And I'm like, "I'm trying." Like, I'm not trying to fuck around. And then, next we're singing some bootlicking song about America and like moral thing, and then there's blow up planets involved at some point where each kid goes up and tells a fucking planet fact. And it's, real highbrow shit like Saturn's got rings. And I'm like, fuck! Yeah, let's go! One of all the kids hold up little things, saying what they want to be when they grow up, and one kid says a judge, and I'm like, fucking, that kid sucks.
Nork.
No, this kid's fucking blow.
I want to be
and then they gave there was a whole thing. They fucking introduced every kid's set of parents by name.
Oh,
it's like they just had a bet to see how long they could make it, and the answer is 75 fucking minutes. It was
half-hour tops.
Tremendous.
13 kid graduation, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we went to Jax's honors day thing in his school today. 40 minutes in and out,
Yeah,
and they had way more than 13 fucking kids they were recognizing.
And did you get
it was absurd.
Did you get fed at the honors thing?
No.
I feel like back in the day when I was in school, whenever there was the after school ceremonies, we were at least fed something. And if you're gonna keep,
I think they do that at the high school level, but this was during the day.
If you're gonna keep people at a preschool graduation for 75 minutes, you better be feeding them, and it better not just be crackers and wine.
Oh
Yeah,
there were
exactly.
cupcakes.
That's exactly what
there were
they're feeding
cupcakes and nothing. It was nothing worth talking
They're
home about for sure.
Take unto this cupcake, it is my blood.
It was fucking wild, and I look at my sister-in-law so many times, and she's like, "I don't what the fuck," because she had no idea they were going this hard every day.
Wow,
these kids. She's like, Jesus. I'm like, yeah, they're way into it down here. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, I thought it was her kid.
It was her kid. But she didn't know how hard they were going with the indoctrination on her child, basically.
That's real shocking. That's something that would woof.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Your kid comes home from school, you're like, how was school? They don't tell you shit. You don't know what's
Not
going on
really,
over
there. Yeah, no idea. We're like, okay, cool. No. Oh, just the regular amount of mysterious bruises. Okay, that's cool. Nothing to be worried about.
They think public schools.
When you got little kids, you just look at them and you're like, who the fuck beats you all the time? Because they've got bruises and shit all over all the time. And they're always like, I don't know where that came from.
Daddy. And they cartwheel off the couch and crash through a table, and you're like, oh yeah, right, that's
exactly. Oh right, yeah, that's what it was. Yes,
they're so
that's
worried
why your
about
entire body is beaten and battered.
So worried about public school indoctrinating kids into being trans, and we got 3 different pledges at preschool graduation.
Well, yeah, because the problem in that, the concern, they're not worried about the indoctrination. They're worried about the indoctrination into being trans.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just want to make sure you're indoctrinated into the right pile of nonsense.
It was fucking wild, y'all. Like, and again, I'm like, just fundamentally, can one pledge one's allegiance to three fucking things? Again, missing the point entirely.
Like, imagine doing that back in like fucking 1385, where you're like, oh yeah, no, I pledged allegiance to three kingdoms. And like, oh okay, cool.
Burn the witch.
Pop up on this table, and we're gonna tie you to these horses. They're gonna rip you into pieces.
And like the Pledge of Allegiance already touches on the God part, so you need two whole other pledges after that.
Dude, they did the Christian flag and then the Bible. That's the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This real fucking overkill. It was wild, y'all. It was wild.
Pledging allegiance to a hundreds of year old book is some real dead-eyed energy.
Yeah, dead-eyed and also dead-eyed. Yes, that as well. Yeah, it was intense. And it was a lot to handle. And I got to tell you, there were a few times I wasn't sure I was going to make it.
You did it. You pulled through.
Worth it.
Oh, shit. And another bit of fucking nonsense, but a lot more lighthearted, I suppose, but just as shocking, I would say. So we're watching, the missus and I, watching an episode of The Naked Attractions on HBO Max, which quality programming.
The show where my mom finally saw what an uncircumcised penis looks like.
That's the one. That's the very one.
Oh my god.
And then the episode's over, and like you kind of scroll down, and it's like, hey, here's some other stuff you might like. And I saw season 2 was out of a show called MILF Manor on Max.
No, that's a 30 Rock joke.
You would think. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so fucking put the trailer on, and it's like, all these, older ladies talking about how they like to fuck young dudes. And it's like one after another. I'm like, oh, okay. And then, they kind of profile a few of them, and then it's like 8 hot moms. Then it's like 8 younger guys, 1 crazy twist. And I look at Nicole and I go, all the dudes are their sons. And she's like, no. I go, I guarantee you, the dudes are their sons. That's exactly what the twist is. Like, nothing else makes sense. And so she's like, put it on. And I'm like, just watch. And so fucking hit the button, and the hoes start coming in one by one, and they're all super extra, and like they do the little photo slideshow as they're kind of talking to the camera about whatever, and like more than a few of them have these really attractive sons. I go, yeah, that's her fucking son. That one's gonna fuck the other hoe we just met a minute ago. She's like, no. And then like none of the dudes are showing up until like they're like, oh, now come, yeah. And like this show is so fucked up, and they know it's so fucked up. There's not even a host, right? There's not even like a host to drive it forward. The device to move the show forward is they all get texts that just say, come over here.
Oh.
because they didn't even want to spring for a host. And so they go in front of the wall comes up, and sure as shit, like, it's all their sons, because of course it is. But it's so, like, even for reality TV standards, the reactions are so not genuine that it was alarming, right? Because, they cut to the one fucking dude and he's like, yeah, so like, it came up, and it's like, I'm like, oh man, this is my mom's over there. It was like crazy. And one of the ladies was like, yeah, and I was like, Brandon? I'm like, oh my god, like it's so nuts, and it sent me down a crazy rabbit hole. I'm like, okay, because surely the whole thing's got to be just like, there's no way they didn't know, but apparently they swear up and down that they didn't know. But it turns out all of these people are the worst kind of whores. That's what it comes down to. Because if it's not the mom being like some wannabe fucking influencer, it's the son has like, some fledgling rap career. So it's like, even if they didn't know, when faced with this ridiculous nonsense, nobody was like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
They just fucking roll with it because they get to be on TV, and it bummed me the fuck out for like 2 days.
Yeah. How do you not have a conversation with your son or your mother that's like, oh, hey, Mom, I'm gonna be on this dating show coming up next month, and Mom's like, you know what? That's funny. I just booked a dating show for next month. Where is it located?
Are you going? Colorado? I'm going to Colorado.
Yeah, man, they must just be.
The one chick even says, like, the one chick even goes, I thought you were on a different dating retreat.
Oh my god. Yeah, what if they're just
it was
shooting a bunch of dating shows all in the same location at one time? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, it was fucking nonsense.
But imagine you
nonsense.
Don't really know, and they drop this big curtain, and you're scanning all the fresh meat. You're like, ooh, that one's good. Ooh, yeah.
And then you're like, wait, that's my mother.
Yeah.
Like, none of them on either side has anything close to like a genuine reaction, and it was very upsetting. Because like the only thing to do is go, oh, and just like nobody did that. And it was very upsetting.
Or what if okay, another scenario. You wear prescription glasses, but because you're on TV, you don't want to look like a nerd. You don't want the lights to reflect off your glasses, so you don't wear them on the show. And you're like squinting, and you're like, oh, that chick is fucking hot. I need to talk to this lady. She smells like my mom. What up, girl? You smell like my mom. Brandon, I am your mom.
Like, oh God, you kissed us like dad. Fuck, no. No good.
So, no hand job?
Now, this was a TLC show, a channel that many years ago stood for the Learning Channel, where they sold and they showed exclusively educational content.
Yeah,
that is outrageous.
That's where 1,000 Pound Sisters lives.
Yep. Yeah, they got the 1,000 Pound Sisters. They still got the fucking Sister Wives guys doing their thing. I'm sure they got some midget shows still.
Maybe this
like,
is
are
just
you a super fat midget that wants to fuck their mom? Go to TLC.
Maybe this is just because my fucking brain is cooked. But a show called MILF Manor should have all sorts of like traps, right?
Yes. Yeah, like it's like Legends of the Hidden Temple, but with old hoes.
Like, they should all be very wary about doing any laundry because you don't know what it could possibly happen.
Apparently, and I couldn't. It broke me, and I couldn't get past the first one. But apparently, like the first challenge that they do is they have to like all the moms are blindfolded and like rub all over the torsos of the boys and like try to pick out which one's their son.
Oh,
based on feel alone.
Oh God. Just imagine your mom's just feeling up on your rippled abs, and it's just like, oh.
But like, and they're all the interview that I read was like the one chick was like, I don't know, people are like, I don't understand. Like it wasn't sexual. It was just clearly it wasn't a sexual thing. It was just about how much we knew our boys. I'm like, lady, are you out of your fucking mind?
But like, also,
what are we talking about? It wasn't sexual.
Everyone is horned up to start with. Everyone's going on a dating show to either fuck a MILF or fuck a young boy.
Dude. Exactly.
Yeah, some young dude. And now your mom's there or your son's there, and it's just like, oh, this horny energy. I gotta shake this.
Yeah, it was the cringiest thing I'd ever seen. To the point where I kind of want to go back and watch more just to see the fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
But then I let the devil inside win. You don't want to let the devil win.
You gotta find out who wins. Like, who's the winner, and what do they get? I think they get to fuck their mom.
Yeah,
all losers.
You don't call the show MILF Manor if at the end someone doesn't have a mom that they'd like to fuck.
Oh, but here's the thing too: is that like nobody was told the name of the show when they signed up.
Oh yeah,
so,
there's
like,
that. But I mean,
yeah, the one chick they showed the one chick was like, she's reading the prompter. She's like, and so then on the next episode of MILF Man, wait, what? What's it called? What?
So are all the sons also into MILFs?
Apparently.
I mean, yeah, like no one seemed that upset that their mom was there, much less that it's all older ladies. Like, again, just the reactions were so blank. It was tremendous. Really was tremendous. And again, maybe a lot of it is because, like, the confessional shit they shoot much later or whatever, But just these fucking charisma vacuum dudes. This one guy was just like, I couldn't believe it when it came up and it was my mom over there with all these. It was like, whoa. It's fucking, DJ Dirty Chestnuts on Instagram or some shit like that. And he was like, let's go for it. It's fine.
I think
there's no way
to get that Raycon deal.
The winners of the show would have to be a duo of mom and son that once they realize what the game is, they're like, all right, let's run through this fucking cast. I'll bang all the moms.
I can't, like, and again, I didn't watch like any of the other episodes. I don't understand what like the competitive aspect of the show is. Like, what are they trying to do? Like, I guess it's like, fucking like MILF roulette. You don't want to fuck your mom. I guess that's definitely one of the objects of the game, I would assume. But beyond that, I don't know.
Well, sorry, you gotta fuck your mom now.
Yeah,
line them all up, like ass
Listen,
hanging out of a
had
blanket. They're like, go ahead, pick one. Oh, sorry, kid, that's your mom.
All right.
You had done better on the last challenge. Now I'm afraid, Brad, you gotta fuck your mom.
Yep. All right, bring out the blindfolds. This next challenge, you have to orally suck on your mom's sex toy. You're gonna have to suck on all these sex toys and figure out which one's your mom's.
Oh. Hey, remember that one guy we know?
Yeah, exactly. The hottest woman I've ever seen.
Oh.
The cast 100% is just 20 of those ladies.
Oh, it's fucking wild. What you got going on, Knives?
Not a whole lot.
Anything?
What did I say, Mahoney?
Anything profoundly upsetting?
I said, same old, same old. That's the way I like it. Nothing too exciting. Like. So, just vibing out. Just looking towards retirement,
Yeah, I hear that.
X-Men 97 is cool.
One thing that wasn't batshit crazy was talking about that. One thing that wasn't batshit crazy is the fucking Planet of the Apes movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. You guys,
yeah, I
fucking rocks. It's so good, so good. Can't recommend it enough. Like,
I saw a post today that was, Godzilla versus Kong and Planet of the Apes are doing bang up business. Looking at you, Flash movie, for why you didn't include a CGI ape.
No shit. And there's even there are canon CGI apes they could have included, which is the funny fucking part.
Yeah.
But like the main guy, like his clan raises eagles. That's like their fucking thing. They're like falconer apes, which is kind of dope.
What?
And yeah. His clan's culture is all about like like their rite of passage is climbing what they call the highest nest and like bringing eggs back to the camp, and then like that when that bird is born, they're bonded to it, and like that's their fucking bird. Like, it's pretty cool. But The only like kind of real spotty CGI that I can really recall was on the birds. Like some of the shots of the eagles didn't look great, but like all the ape stuff looks so fucking good.
And
Like,
always
they
has
like,
since that first one.
Always has. Yeah. Always has looked great. So, I mean, highly recommend that one. Like, gotta check it out. It's great.
Something
positive amongst all the.
Lost your last little bit there. Really positive in what?
I would just say, something positive, among all the crazy. So I want to make sure to give that a shout out.
Oh,
it's great.
No, those stories were positive. I had a good time.
Yeah.
So yes,
absolutely.
X-Men 97 season finale, pretty cool. Good stuff.
Time.
And apparently they're already editing season 2. So let's go. Let's do it.
How fucking cool did Bastion look flying around with his like murder wings and shit? He looked awesome.
Great.
He looked like something
Bastion
out of
has literally
Gargoyles.
never looked so cool. Kind of did look like the Steel Gargoyles, yeah.
I don't know what to say.
that
It's
shit
just
rocked.
really good. And I'm at the point where I'm gonna
All kinds
go
of crazy,
back.
Cameos, man.
Yeah.
All kinds of wild ass cameos.
Oh my god.
Cloak and Dagger, and Daredevil,
yeah.
and what Doctor Strange showed up for a minute. Like, all
Doctor
kinds
Strange,
of crazy shit.
Yeah. Peter Parker and Mary Jane.
Yep.
Yeah, Daredevil. Iron Man,
One
Captain
piece
America
that,
were in the war room.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
One
Iron
piece
Man
that
was there with
flew
Captain
under
America,
the
right?
radar a bit is that scene Wolverine's laying in his deathbed, Morph transforms into Jean to be like, "You gotta stay here. I love you."
Mm-hmm.
And the Bo DeMeo guy, whatever his name is, was like, "Yeah, no, that was a profession of romantic love. Like, that's not him pretending to be Jean. That's Morph being like, no, man, I like, FYI, I am in love with you. Like, come back."
Yeah, I remember when he was rubbing his nose and the fact that Rogue and Magneto had booked the Danger Room for like a week straight.
Yeah. Wonder what they're
that
doing
was
in
Gambit.
there.
Never mind. That was a Gambit. Fuck, never mind.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the show now, just because I got an X-Men hole.
It was really great. I am excited to see what they do with the Horsemen. I'm excited to see what they do with Onslaught. Like, bring it all on. It's gonna be a hell of a season.
Was there any clues to give you the idea of Onslaught, or just because it's that era?
I mean, that's the storyline. That's the storyline.
Right.
Magneto rips out the adamantium. Professor X
Right.
goes into his head to fuck with him to get him to stop, and that action is what creates Onslaught.
Yes.
Yeah, like that creates the schism in his mind.
Yes.
For all the bad feelings become Onslaught, basically.
Where did
Yep.
Magneto end up? Was he kind of like mind wiped? Is he Joseph or what? Where did he end up at the end of that episode?
What happens in the comics? He gets kind of like turned childlike and becomes Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's in Egypt right now with Xavier and Beast.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't seem mind wiped at the moment. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna kill Beast, and I don't know if I was gonna be able to handle that.
And so the next Marvel animation project is that Spider-Man freshman year show, which, man, it almost doesn't matter how good it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't do anything else Spider-Man in animation.
Yeah, now that we've got this and we've seen how well this can be done, it doesn't matter how good this new Spider-Man show is. Everyone's going to be like, I wish it was Spider-Man 98.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Because you kind of want it to be at this point, like, honestly. Because it should have been this good. Like, it should have been this good.
Somebody had the post that was like, X-Men 97 shows why the Marvel like should create an animated universe, and you were like, no, it shows that they don't need to. They already have one. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I was like,
create one?
this just proves we need a new shared animated universe. And I'm like, I think it proves the opposite of that.
Yeah, like, I think what you got is gonna work just fine.
Because here's the thing, they already had a new animated shared universe, like that Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon and the newest Avengers cartoon, the Spider-Man. That shit was all the same universe, and nobody gave a fuck. Like nobody talked about those shows.
And then besides X-Men 97 finishing up, it's the end of the Fortnite season. They did Star Wars shit for May the 4th, and we've just been dropping in as Star Wars guys and saving Chewbacca, and then they got rid of trucks for some reason. So you can't ride four in the same vehicle anymore. So we've been saving Chewbacca, then we'll go hire a fourth, and then we're just riding around in fucking 2 cars, just caravanning all over the map, terrorizing people.
Love it.
Yeah,
it's like I forget what they called it, but it's basically like Sports Car Week or something nonsensical.
Okay. It seemed
That's
like it was a glitch.
Like everywhere, everywhere you turn, sports car.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has been glitching lately, and I'm hoping the new season will fix some of that stuff. Like, Mary had an issue the other day where her car would only go in reverse, and then like oftentimes, like my gun will just start auto shooting.
Yeah, that happens to me.
I'll shoot a couple times, and then it'll still be sounding the sound effect of the blast, like over and over and over again until it fixes itself somehow.
Yeah.
But man,
that bug has been around a long time. I seem to care about that.
So we, one of us, it might have been Mary that shared the story, or there was the tweet from Doja Cat complaining about the Chain of Hades. If you use the Chain of Hades, you're a fucking bullshit ass Fortnite player, and you shouldn't be playing or something like that. So I had a Chain of Hades quest, like to eliminate so many people with it, and oh my god, it is so fucking overpowered.
It's so overpowered.
You whip somebody 3 times, they're done. They're toast. You don't even have to aim right.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
There's no reload, and you can use it from a distance if you like fling it at them. It is outrageous.
Nothing quite like Chewbacca running around with a Chain of Hades.
Yeah. Even like, remember like the katanas, or like you could get the scythe for a while?
Yeah.
And like you'd use it like 3, 4, 5 times, and then it'd be like, okay, now you have to wait. Like you have to take a break. And the Chain of Hades is like, nah, man. Fuck them up.
Unlimited fuck 'em ups.
Yeah.
Getting the Chewy bowcaster is pretty great too, because you can
I love that.
charge it up, and you can one-shot people if you nail it just right, and they just explode.
And it has like no drop off. Like you shoot them from a mile away, it's like, 75.
Yeah.
Like, no, you do that with like an assault rifle, and it's like, oh, sorry, you're not doing any damage from this distance.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten the battle pass or the crew in a while, and then they dropped that Chewbacca package with the Lego stuff, and I was like, all right, well, if I get this current battle pass, then I can get a bunch more V-Bucks from that battle pass, and then I'll get V-Bucks with the crew, and then I'll get V-Bucks from the next battle pass as well. So it justified me getting the crew, so I could get 2 battle passes, get all the V-Bucks out of there, and then the extra V-Bucks. It's been a minute though.
Yeah. Katie got Fortnite to play Lego Fortnite with Will and I. She hasn't really played it, but she was saying the other day she saw that they had Korra, and she's like, "Oh, I want Korra. Like, get me the Korra skin." And I was like, I don't know if she's ever gonna get into this. And then I was like, well, but wait a minute. If I buy 1 Fortnite crew for her, she'll get the crew skin. I'll unlock the 2 Korra skins for her, So I'll get whatever
Right.
Battle Pass skins I can unlock this season, and because it's about to change, whatever Battle Pass skins I can unlock next season. I was like,
Yeah, for what, $11? Like, yeah, sure.
pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Exactly. When it was gonna cost me $9 to buy enough V-Bucks to get Chewbacca, and instead I spent $12 and got essentially 2 battle passes and a crew.
Right. It's really kind of weird. I don't get how they make money off of it.
Oh, I'm sure
I think
they
it's just
they
what
make
you use
money
for
off of
buying
Jose
stuff.
forgetting he's got his crew.
Well, yeah, seriously. That's exactly it.
He said he opened up Fortnite at one point and he had like 15,000 V-Bucks.
Oh no.
Time to start sending us some presents, Jose.
Yeah, really, Jose. What are you doing?
And then
Send us some dances.
He started playing that Marvel Snap, so he's gonna forget about that battle pass too.
Well, that one you have to actively renew every month.
Oh, and I signed up for the crew, got all the shit off of it, and then immediately canceled that shit.
That's the way to do it.
I am not forgetting. Mm-mm.
Did you see the thing they tried to do to combat that? They give you like escalating like rewards. It's like you have the crew pass for 1 month, you get like this cat in a space suit. You keep it for 2 months, you get another cat in a spacesuit, different color.
Yes.
3 months, you get the gold version of the cat in the spacesuit. You know, like
yeah.
So every month, you get like a new version of a skin you already have.
Yeah, Mary's been doing the crew for a few months because of Space Cat.
Yeah, that Space Cat is cool.
That fucking hitbox thing you shared blew my mind.
Right.
And it's like
they've been denying that for a long time.
But like, if it's not true, but you still got the fat characters in there, then make more fat characters. You know? Why you got buff Peter Griffin?
And like have buff Peter Griffin, but have buff Peter Griffin be a alternate version of regular Peter Griffin. It was very strange when they were like, "Oh, we can't do regular Peter Griffin. We have to do buff Peter Griffin, but we are going to do a big fat chicken."
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, very strange. But yeah, that video was. There's no question. Like that hitbox on the chicken was way bigger than the hitbox on the alien. So
I think they showed Peter Griffin in Fortnite to Seth MacFarlane, and he was like, "That's weird that they used the skinny buff Peter Griffin from like one cutaway gag."
Right.
Right.
Like, bro, you weren't involved in this at all?
I could see that. I could totally see that. They were like, "Hey, man, Fortnite wants to cut you a check," and he was like, "Fuck yeah,
bet."
Yeah.
What
if you need me, I'll be over here. If you need me, I'll be over here working on my 5 other shows.
Yeah. Next season is, I think they call it Wrecked or something. It's basically like, it's like Mad Max. It's all this post-apocalyptic desert
that'll be
racing
cool.
I think it's
cars.
gonna have
You're supposed to be able to hijack cars.
I think it's gonna have the Fallout the Fallout guy, the big metal man.
Yeah, it's gonna have the Fallout guy. So, supposedly you can jump on a car that somebody else is driving and like take it from them.
Oh
and
my
they have
god!
to try to like, shake you off.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna get back to streaming Fortnite because I'm gonna scream with joy every time I carjack somebody.
It's gonna be amazing. And then the next season after this. So a while back, there was a leak of what was going to be Fortnite for the rest of the year. And so far, everything that was in that leak has proven true. And according to that leak, the thing that comes after the Wrecked season is another Marvel season.
Oh, really?
Yep. So,
I mean, that'll be just in time for Deadpool Wolverine, probably. Surprised.
Yeah, I think it's right around there.
I'm surprised a Marvel Captain America season isn't going on right now, like the Happy Meal toys are.
Imagine.
Just fucking Red Hulk Happy Meal toys floating out there in the world, and that movie's not coming out for months.
Or like, yeah. What a disaster.
I saw a headline today, and Lee, you will appreciate this. They have pushed the release date of the Kraven the Hunter movie to December.
Again?
Yes. But you know why they pushed it to December? Because Sony thinks...
Because it looks horrible?
No. Sony thinks it's going to do repeat business, so they want to have it out during the holidays so that kids can go see Kraven 6 times.
Okay. Sure.
What was that thing I shared today? And I was like, nope, not happening. Sorry. Fuck.
Fucking
Taylor
Swift
when someone's like, oh yeah, Taylor
Disco
Swift is going to be
Damsel or
the Phantom
something.
Blonde or something.
Yes, I have seen that story multiple places now. And it's like, this sounds like some Sony shit, right?
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is the Aunt May show.
Right.
Yeah.
And you really think you're getting Taylor Swift in a no-name Marvel TV show?
Exactly. No, she's a fucking billionaire. Now, I will say, I am fully on board with the theory that she's going to play Dazzler in Deadpool and Wolverine, because her and Ryan Reynolds are like best buds.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, so
Yeah,
this
right?
is a
Yeah,
diversion,
that makes
maybe?
sense.
This is a what?
This is
Oh,
to
it
throw
could
us
be a
off the
diversion.
scent?
Could be. I think it's just that Daniel RPK kid looking for people to pay attention to him. like he normally
Yeah, there's
does,
that too. You know, recently Marvel came out and was like, you know what? We get it, Marvel fans. We're gonna focus on quality, not quantity. We're just gonna be putting bangers out, 2 movies a year, 2 to 3 TV shows. It's gonna be all just top tier shit. And then Blonde Phantom, who
Yeah, fuck out of here. Come
like I'm not the
Yeah.
most
I
well-read
thought that,
comic fan, but I've never heard of the Blonde Phantom.
No, not once. Not once.
And it
No,
sounds
look
like
at the
something
thing-
that would be
No.
right up Mahoney's alley.
Right. Look, don't get me wrong. The idea of like a 1950s like
Spy
badass
show in
lady
Vegas.
detective sounds great. Sounds great. I don't think we need to make a Disney Plus Marvel show out of it. Like that doesn't sound like a good use of time. This reminds me of like the Cloak and Dagger era of Marvel TV, you know, where they were like, yeah, anybody gets
Cool.
a TV show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like the crazy thing about that Cloak and Dagger show is that I didn't watch it, and I like actively am like I like Cloak and Dagger as characters.
Yeah.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here with this. Like no. I mean, granted, the fact that I did watch a lot of that Runaways show and it was not great didn't help matters much.
Oof, there's been so much stuff that just is forgotten.
They made a Damien Hellstrom show,
Yeah.
and you've
oh,
never
I don't
seen an
even
episode of
remember
it.
that. I don't even remember that.
They made a Spirit
there's a
Halloween
Hellstrom show
movie
on
2
fucking
years
Hulu.
ago.
That was so funny. Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, when's
Came
that
2
coming
years
out?
ago.
2022. Starring Rachel Lee Cook from She's All That and Christopher Lloyd. I feel like I'm pretty in tune to what's coming out, what kind of movies and TV shows exist. And you're telling me that a Spirit Halloween movie with She's All That and Doc Brown just completely passed by. Not a blip.
That's exactly what happened, man.
Not a blip on the radar.
Yeah, there's too much stuff. There's too much shit. Like,
There is.
I mean,
so much shit.
I guess that the Fall Guy is coming out on digital like next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that thing bombed.
I guess. Well, I mean, I guess so, but I think I read that. I think whatever studio put it out. I think which one it is, but I guess they made the deal with like, the theater owner group, the Cinemark, that like, okay, we reserve the right to, if a movie doesn't open to $50 million, to put that shit on streaming in like a month. And then it's like, dude, nothing opens to $50 million anymore. Like, that's not the world we live in. What are you doing? But then I guess the Deadpool and Wolverine tickets went on sale, and it like broke all these Fandango records. And it's like, so you mean to tell me if you just make movies that people actively want to see, they buy tickets for them? It's the damnedest thing.
Yeah, but the thing with like a Fall Guy, which has been universally praised, is maybe give it longer than 2 weeks to kind of get some feet.
Exactly.
Because not only
that
are you
word of mouth, like building an audience, they have no time for it. They have no time for it.
Not only you're completely ruining word of mouth, but if they now know it's gonna be on digital in 2 weeks, there's even more reason for them not to.
Yeah, why would I go see it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they you need to incentivize going to the movies at this point, and that is the exact opposite.
Yeah, gone are the days where a movie could come out, do okay, sit in theaters for 6 weeks, and you could slide into a 2 p.m. showing on a Wednesday for $5 and be the only one in the theater. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. No.
I went to check movie times for the Fall Guy for tonight at our local theater, and there were only 2 show times, 1 p.m. and 3:55.
Oof.
That's nuts. 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. Okay.
Fuck you if you work during the day.
The official synopsis for Deadpool and Wolverine came out. Did you see that?
No.
It's like a hard on his luck Deadpool is recruited to save his multiverse, and an even hardest reluctant is, I don't know, synopses are fucking hard. It just ends.
That's fucking great.
Better be good.
I bet it will be.
I saw they had like the PG-13 trailer in front of the Planet of the Apes movie. And there was a pretty good gag in it where it's the shot where it's like the big giant man costume, the dead giant man, and Cassandra Nova comes walking out of the mask or whatever, And Deadpool looks up and goes, "Oh, so Paul Rudd finally aged."
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good joke.
Going back to that X-Men 97 finale, I think the MCU should kind of take from that as far as the cameos go. You don't have to have a big phase-ending crossover, but it would be cool in some of these offshoot movies.
Dude, it's been so much fucking fun just like watching Daredevil pop up on these Disney Plus shows from time to time.
Yeah, just do a little quick cutaway to somewhere else in the MCU so we know that these characters are still there. It's like the argument about the fucking thing in the ocean from Eternals. Like every time there is a world ending type of event in the MCU, you should cut away to these other characters that we know of. They don't have to say a fucking line. They don't have to be even on a set. You could shoot it all on the volume,
Yeah, it's just okay, now gonna look this way and look shocked, and over here, now you're gonna be mad looking this way. And then you just fucking put those shots in wherever you need them.
Oh, Black Panther! They did Black Panther in the Dora Milaje. King T'Chaka.
That's right. And it was T'Chaka as Black Panther, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Okay. See, I had this discussion with Mary. It was T'Chaka in the video message as king, but does that necessarily mean T'Chaka was the Black Panther? Because T'Chaka was the king.
The king is the Black Panther.
Yeah, but he was the king in the MCU, but T'Challa was still Black Panther, right?
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because isn't it?
Because he died in
It definitely implied that he
Civil
was
War.
the Black Panther when his dad died.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah. Like he had passed
Yeah.
on the mantle of Black Panther before King.
Right. The challenge that they do
yeah, you're right.
is the challenge for the mantle of Black Panther, or is it the challenge to be king when they do the fight in the water?
Well, that's the thing. I think it's both technically, because like I think like if you're the Black Panther, you either are going to be or are already the king. I think it's one of those things.
But at a certain point, if you're king and you're getting a little rickety, you might want to hand down the mantle of Black Panther before you want to give up your kingship.
I think that's exactly it. Yeah.
Or
I think that's it. Yeah.
Or
I think we solved it, guys.
T'Challa beat T'Chaka in the waterfall fight and just got the mantle.
Beat the shit out of his dad.
Yeah.
T'Challa living the dream.
Them's the breaks, old man.
Oh man, one episode we should all just talk about how we would fantasize beating up our dad.
Oh man.
Came real close to cracking a golf club over his head once. Lee his eyes rolled into the back of his head.
Shit's cool now, but there was a time, y'all.
Yeah.
Boy, there was a time.
I would watch that fight between Lee and his dad. That would be real interesting.
Well,
yeah,
until
now it's all
dad
broken down though.
turned into
Wouldn't
Gizmo.
be nearly as fun
That'd
now.
be confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, now he's way too beat up. Rode hard, that man.
I like
real
to
hard.
imagine him legless, climbing you like a tree. Just shimmying up.
I have had people do that before in matches. It doesn't typically go well.
Oh, you like to get dropped? Do you?
Yeah. My first jiu-jitsu coach sent me a picture one time that he took, and there was this little guy, good dude. I forget his name. It was years ago, but he had done that. He had tried to fucking climb me like a tree, and like it looks like I'm about to give him a fucking Undertaker style power bomb.
Hell yeah! Last ride.
Just lifting him straight above my head.
Handful of undies.
Yeah. But you gotta delicately put them down so you don't hurt them. But yeah, delicate. But enough force that they know they were there.
Mm-hmm. And as you put them on the ground, you whisper to them, "I own you now. You're mine."
Oh, so I was just telling Zoe the other day about
your mom.
I was just telling Zoe the other day about the time I was sparring with this dude, and I just started singing Bad Romance at him. He had no idea what to do. he had no idea how to deal with that.
I'd be like, I don't know how to combat this.
I'm just fucking sliding around looking for grips, and I'm like, I want your loving, and I don't want your revenge. He's like, what the fuck? What's happening?
He's like, who gave me the autistic one?
And why'd they try to rip my goddamn arm off?
Sorry, Bad Romance is like my Winter Soldier activation.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what happens when Poker Face starts playing.
But, if you think about it for a minute, you can probably figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Mom.
Okay.
Holy shit. What you got going on, Mahoney?
Let's see. I did not do much this week. But okay, I know what I want to talk about. You know what I want to talk about.
Do it.
I wanted at one point this week to watch the 90s classic heist movie Heat.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic. That's a good one, Mahoney. It's a good pull.
I say to myself, where can I watch Heat? I want to watch Heat.
I saw a post today that suggested there were no victims in the heist at the end of Heat.
Oh, victims?
They're like, it was a victimless crime, essentially.
Like 1,000 police died.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like.
Go on.
Yeah, I get it now.
You know what? they call 1,000 police dying in the end of Heat?
What's that?
What?
Nice.
A good start.
There it is.
So I'm
So
like,
you bring
oh,
up an interesting point, Mahoney, because it's an interesting point because you that's the thing. There's at this stage in the world, Mahoney, I think you would agree, a social contract that says because you're paying for all this shit.
Yep.
And there's so
And that's
many
the thing.
different
I
fucking
have
streaming
every
platforms and
service.
services.
I got all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Every
be
one
able
of
to
them.
watch anything you want
Anything.
at
Yeah.
any point.
Anything.
Yes.
So I grabbed my remote. I tapped the little voice thing. I'm like, Heat comes up. It's like, oh yeah, you can watch that. You can watch that for free on Plex. I'm like, Plex? Like, okay. Like, whatever you say.
Is it the same Plex as like a Plex server?
I do believe it had the same
Yeah,
looking
it was
logo.
like, yeah,
it's
they
been,
were
you know,
like, they just
8
made like
years
media
since I
servers.
used
And then,
Plex, but you know.
yeah, it is the exact same thing. Yeah. But then now they have free
Yeah.
streaming and like the live TV channels and shit like that you have on your, smart TVs and whatnot.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said Plex,
So I'm like,
Plex,
all right.
and I assumed he was accessing someone's copy of Heat.
I wish. So I go to Plex, I click play. It starts loading up. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, all right, let's go. And it's like, hang on. First, you gotta watch 2 ads. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'm good with that.
That's fine.
Free movie on a random streaming site. I
Yeah.
understand 2 ads.
Yeah, you take a quick piss,
plays
get a
my 2
snack,
ads.
get ready to go.
Exactly. Like, I'm not even really ready to pay attention to you yet, anyways. So
Yep.
play whatever ads you want. So I come back. The ads are over. Movie starts. They do the first heist. They steal the bearer bonds, and they are dealing with the guy who goes rogue. And that scene ends.
And that's like the very beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, like maybe 8 minutes, like 8 to 10 minutes in. That scene ends and it cuts back to commercials, and I'm like, oh okay. And it goes ad number 1 of 7. I'm like, 7, and it's a 30-second ad. Like, it's not like a 5-second, like 10-second, whatever thing. The 30
That's too much.
fucking ad.
That's
I
too
gotta
much.
watch 7 of them. I'm like, no. So I immediately turned it off.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm not watching 7 ads. 10 minutes in, I gotta watch 7 ads. Do I gotta watch
Every
7
10
ads
minutes?
every 10 minutes?
Right.
It's a 2.5-hour movie. I'm gonna be watching more ads than movie.
I maybe would have waited for one more commercial break to see, like, because 7 ads implies to me that they're just trying to get them all out of the way now, and then we can have an enjoyable, unbroken movie experience for the rest of the time. But 10 minutes later,
certainly,
if there's 7 more ads, we're done. We are done.
Yeah, I could certainly see it. I could see 7 ads being the entire commitment, but I was like, no, I'm not fucking with this.
Nah,
Yeah.
So then I was just like,
that was setting a hell of a
where is it
precedent.
on Amazon? Yeah, I'm like, I just go to Amazon. I search for Heat. It's like, do you want to rent it for $2.99 or buy it for $3.50 in 4K Ultra HD? I'm like, first of all, this is from 1995. There is no 4K Ultra HD version of this movie.
Right.
But sure, give me the $3.49 version of Heat that I now own and can watch whenever I want. Let's roll.
Hell yeah.
I'm the proud owner of Heat.
Heat is like the millennial dad movie. You know how every generation has its dad movies?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
What you watching there, Dad?
Yeah.
Heat again.
Yeah, like
a good time.
fucking Point Break.
Yeah.
Excellent movie. If for some reason you've never seen Heat, you'd enjoy it. You should watch it.
Nah, Heat's great.
Bunch of bank robbers.
They're doing I believe, a prequel with
Yes.
Kylo Ren.
Yes, I do believe. About Val Kilmer's character, right?
I'm not sure. I just know that Kylo Ren's in it.
Oh shit! I did not know this. Okay.
It's a wild time. Great movie. Still wouldn't watch 7 ads for it.
No, and also like 7 ads also would leave me to believe that it's chopped to bits as far as content goes.
Oh, it's gotta be. Yeah, gotta
yeah.
be.
Oh, it's a prequel and a sequel, kind of like Godfather 2.
Oh, okay. Well,
Adam Driver's playing the Robert De Niro character.
oh, interesting. Maybe somebody else is playing Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
it
thinking
says the story follows Macaulay, Chris Sherherlis, originally played by Val Kilmer, and Vincent Hanna, originally Al Pacino. So I guess the whole fucking crew, we're seeing young Sheldon of Heat.
Young Heat,
We're gonna
which
watch-
I think I've seen that
We're
movie
gonna
too.
watch Val Kilmer's dad fuck his wife in a wig.
What if the Heat prequel is them hunting down young Sheldon?
I'd be there for it.
Adam Driver putting a bullet in young Sheldon's brain.
You know what? You just gave me a regret, Nice. You just gave me a regret. You know how Winnie the Pooh just went public domain and now anybody can make whatever Winnie the Pooh movie they want?
Yeah.
One of our descendants will someday be able to watch a movie where someone hunts young Sheldon because he's now public domain. And I will not be alive to see it, and that's depressing.
I mean, if you really think about it, anything that you wouldn't be alive for is probably not going to happen anyhow.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I tell Nicole all the time, I just need to hold on long enough for them to get the technology so they can just upload my brain to the cloud and I live forever. I don't miss anything ever for the history of the world.
I just want to see young Sheldon get hunted.
Hey, I mean, we have AI.
Okay, here's the deal. If you are out there and you're an amateur filmmaker, please make a movie about young Sheldon being hunted by the characters from Heat.
You can have that idea for free. There you go.
Yeah.
Would we call it Hunt Sheldon? The Big Bang Theory. How about that? Does that work?
Thank you, fucking solved it.
I like Hunt Sheldon.
Hunt Sheldon, The Big Bang Theory Origins.
Part 2.
Dawn of Justice.
Oh, if you're in the UK, Heat is on Disney Plus.
What?
If you have a VPN. And I just want to put this out there for anybody that's interested. You know, Lee actually got me onto using a VPN for AEW Plus. And ExpressVPN has an app that you could basically install onto any smart television. You can go on there, turn your VPN on, and then the world is your oyster for any streaming service you want to use. A VPN's gonna cost you,
connect a few times because they blacklist a lot of they blacklist a lot of VPN IP addresses. But if you just disconnect and reconnect,
I haven't really had much problem with disconnecting and reconnecting. Every time we load up the VPN to watch AEW, it's like, oh, we're from
Australia. Happen often, but when it does, like Disney Plus, they'll probably ping you.
We're from Australia, mate.
Oh yeah, they don't care at all. But like Disney Plus or Netflix, they're gonna be like, hey, we know what you're doing.
I didn't realize.
Why can't they just let people be happy? Like you said, it's a social contract. Listen, how many more fucking streaming services do I have to buy before I can watch whatever I want to watch?
No, because you are behind an imaginary line, you can't watch Heat on Disney Plus. Also, why is Heat on Disney Plus?
Yeah. There's an arbitrary pile of dirt.
You got fucking Caligula?
I had to like sit down with Will and be like, okay, listen, I understand that historically you were able to watch anything you saw on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
That is no longer the situation with Disney Plus. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why they changed this, but you can't just trust that you'll like anything you see.
But Dad, isn't that why we all bought it as a people? Yes, that is why we bought it. But even so,
You walk in and
yes,
Will is
we
just
did all
watching
agree
Heat.
at the time. That was the deal.
It has like parental controls, doesn't it? Disney Plus?
No.
What?
Well, yes. So here's what it has. You have 3 options. You have toddler, which allows you to watch Disney Junior stuff. You have regular, which allows you to watch all of Hulu. And then you have mature, which allows you to watch things like Punisher.
Oh my god. You're gonna walk in, he's gonna be binging It's Always Sunny.
Basically, yeah. He could be watching the fucking what's her name movie where she plays a kid who likes to have sex. Poor Things.
Oh.
I was like, Dad, have you seen Poor Things?
That is an accurate synopsis for Poor Things.
That is exactly what that movie is about.
Did you watch it?
I've seen like half. I haven't finished it yet.
Wild stuff. Emma Stone, you crazy.
That's a real weird one that I gotta build some goodwill with the wife for that one.
It is a very weird
really
time.
strange.
At first, I was like, I'm not sure I can get into this.
They got another Yorgos movie coming out with, a very similar cast. I know Willem Dafoe and Emma Stone are in it. And I've already seen quotes that it is way more weird than Poor Things. You thought Poor Things had a lot of sexual content in it. Fucking this new movie's going to be even crazier. It's like, all right. See, this is why Emma Stone gets an award, gets an Oscar, is because when she was getting rammed from behind, she made it seem like she was enjoying it, unlike others we might have seen this evening.
She did not look like she was enjoying it.
Nope.
Yeah, podcast fan population. If you recall, 4 years ago, we all watched a TikTok together about a girl who couldn't get car insurance because she had just a litany, a comical amount of car issues.
Just real dumb broad driving energy.
Yeah. Just like, you absolutely understand why she couldn't get car insurance because, my God, she seems like the worst driver alive. And we all met her then when she was just a babe, just a youngin' who was a bad driver, going viral on TikTok back in the early 2020 days when everybody was going viral on TikTok. Then she went viral again a couple years later because she was complaining about losing out on tickets to a Harry Styles concert, and they offered her balcony seats, and she said, no, I finna be in the pit.
I finna be in the pit.
And the internet was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, lost their minds over that. So she
was
way
more Canadian coded in that video than the first one, I feel.
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of the thing. People were like, what is going on here? So then, as you do, you go viral, you build yourself up a following, then you try to sell things to that following. And then today we get to see her get fucked in the ass. So this is the pipeline of TikTok stardom in 2020 to, here's a video of her taking it in the ass.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say she was getting fucked in the ass.
Hell of an arc.
More so, she had a dick in her ass, and her ass was rejecting it.
Yeah, she was not very happy about it.
Her ass closed down like someone just tried to break into the ATM and all the walls came down to lock you in.
Like the Indiana Jones temple.
Yeah.
Just booby traps everywhere.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, the technique was not good. Like, no one looked like they were having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was shot like a ransom video. Like she is in peril and needs to be rescued.
Yeah. With her OnlyFans scrawled across the bottom of it. It's a wild time to be alive.
In so many ways. Like, just so many ways.
One of the sexiest things a woman can do is make sounds like they're constipated while having butt sex. Crying alligators.
To be believed.
Take notes if you're out there and you're wondering.
Get it, hoes. Go for it.
Well, on that positive note, let's fucking land this plane.
I wish I could make $350,000 a month.
You know what? I bet you'd have a better time than she would.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
why? Because I feel like you take the time and the patience to do it properly, Nyes.
Well,
anything worth doing is worth doing right.
And I have just worn this thing out back here, so I'm going to be able to take a lot more than she can. Only problem is I do have a hemorrhoid, so that might be an issue.
Well, you know.
I don't know, maybe people
anything
are
worth
that.
doing. That's true.
You know?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say I can guarantee you they probably are.
Yeah.
It's a self-diagnosed hemorrhoid, by the way.
Yeah. No, you're probably right.
I don't need a doctor to tell me that shit's going wrong back there. Preparation H makes wipes now.
There you go. It's like when you break a toe.
Time to be alive.
What are they going to do for me? Nothing.
If you ever are in the shower and you're cleaning out your butthole and you're like, do I have a clit in my butthole? Yeah, get yourself some Preparation H wipes.
Take care of that shit real quick. Well done. All right, we'll be back. Actually, I will not be here next week because next week is Jax's 10th birthday.
Well, what the fuck? Bring him on the show. Let's go.
Let's do it.
If I knew that we'd be here, I probably would be like, he would love that.
He's 18 now, right? It's his first time on the show. Let's go.
Fucking 10 going on 30. Fucking kid with this SAS survival manual.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So weird. So, may not be a show next week. Might be. Keep an eye out on the Twitters and the Discord. We'll let you know what's up.
Yeah, maybe we'll hop on Fortnite and carjack some
There you
people.
go. Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be a good time.
Yeah, keep an eye out. We'll keep posted. And nothing else. We'll be back in 2 weeks at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, probably at youtube.com/PanelsOnPages. Under promise, over deliver, Jason Eyes. That's how it works. That's how you do it. For Jason Eyes, the ghost of Jose Guzman, sweet sleepy boy Kelly Harris, and good buddy Mahoney. I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys later. Night. Love you. Bye bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking
Google ass bitch. Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.